Welcome back to the Triple XP Arcade, the podcast where nerd culture levels up. We're here to press X on all things nerdy, so grab a token, press start, and let's rack up some
Triple XP!
Today in the arcade, as always, we have myself, Drew.
Hey everyone, Lex is logged in.
What up? It's Gigs.
All right, we just had Evo 2026 happen this past weekend, which was exciting. We obviously didn't go this time around. For anyone who's listening fresh, the Triple XP Arcade crew went to Evo 2025 in person to compete in some games last year. Didn't make it to Vegas this year, but still Evo weekend nonetheless, and a little bit different this year. I don't know if you guys were aware. Obviously the time difference, because last year happened in August, and this year late June. I think one of the reasons that they said was the heat, right? The Vegas heat in August was treacherous, right?
Oh, I believe that was deadly. I don't even think treacherous. It's like a health concern.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Legitimately. Like, it was like walking on the surface of Mars or something trying to get to the convention center.
It's hotter than like a sauna. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know if you guys were aware, the attendance this year had dropped off quite significantly. So I think we went at kind of like the last perfect time, where it was like Evo Vegas was kind of the biggest hyped up. This is kind of the premier event of the year. This year, a little bit different, lower attendance. I think there's a few factors into why is a lot lower. Do you have some kind of thoughts on that, Gigs?
Yeah, there's both speculation and then theory and general discourse around it. So there's a bunch of reasons. First reason I think is kind of the main one, and we kind of as a group found out about it last Evo, is that they're splitting up Evo into even more venues and events. So Evo France was announced last year, and was there another one? I can't remember.
I think there was, is it Evo Singapore?
Singapore, yeah. Something like that. There's like another one in Asia. So we went from one Evo, and then when we went, there was still only Evo Japan and the Las Vegas Evo, and now this year there's 4 or 5. I can't remember, but yeah.
There's like a Europe one too, right?
Paris, that's right.
Yeah.
That's one, okay.
So it's very diluted now because of that, and so you have a lot.
I think there's more too next year. I think they're announcing more even.
Yeah, so it's definitely people don't feel that need to travel to the big one anymore because it's kind of lost its exclusivity. Yeah, and then a couple of the reasons, obviously heat, definitely one of them. Yeah. Another big one that I think everyone around the world knows about is that it's also World Cup right now. So,
I didn't even consider that.
Yeah. So there's obviously a lot of overlap between fans of football and fighting games. So obviously I think a lot of people, especially because World Cup's only every 4 years, I think if people have the opportunity to go see a World Cup game or go down to, go to World Cup events, they're going to do that. And so that's kind of another reason why. The last reason why, as far as I know, is we were also part of the last, or Evo 2025 was the last Evo where it wasn't owned by a different, what do they call them? It's just Evo was bought by people that are, there's a lot of contentious opinions about who bought Evo.
Yeah.
That aside, but it's that's kind of another reason. So there's some boycotting and some sort of personal preferences, we'll call it, to stay away from that owner. So,
and that last point, Gigs, actually was, I don't know, I don't want to speak on behalf of some of the content creators out there, but I know it was sort of a big deal that this past Evo weekend, like Maximilian Dude didn't go, Sajam didn't go, Brian F wasn't there. Like there's some really, really big FGC content creators that had opted to not participate in this year's Evo, which was like crazy because you remember when we were there, like Maximilian Dude had his whole watch viewing panel and it was huge.
Yeah, he had his own little crew. It was awesome. Like the fact that, so I would say Sajam and Max are the two biggest. So it's like if the two biggest guys aren't coming to your event, that does kind of speak volumes. Again, everyone has their opinions about it, and there are reasons. It's basically our live golf situation.
Yeah, you know? yeah. That's a really good analogy.
It's our own live golf. Lex, if you don't know what that is, there's a good Freakonomics podcast episode about sports washing. You should listen to that.
Is the podcast people called Freakonomics? Is that what I look for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Freakonomics, the show about everything that I can't remember, but yeah, it's a really good podcast. But yeah, they had an episode about sports washing, and that goes into really good detail about that live golf situation it started a couple years ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so a little bit different vibe overall this year for Evo. I'm curious though, before we dive into some of the Evo stuff over the weekend, now that we have, to your point, Gigs, like all of these kind of diluted Evo events, it's not a single once a year premiere event, it's split out across multiple, geographical regions. What, from your opinion, would you say is like the Evo of the year, or do you even think there is one anymore?
See, this is tough. I actually, because of how it's split up, I still think Evo Vegas is the premier one, but it's like barely. I think Evo Japan is actually really big too. That's really exciting to watch. In fact, I'm pretty sure like the player counts are almost the same, just because people from Japan can actually go to Evo Japan. And as we all know, the Japanese player base is way more dedicated and also way better
yes.
at it.
Well,
so,
like Street Fighter 6 is kind of the marquee game for Evo. That's the big title that's currently being played. And the Street Fighter 6 registration at Evo Japan this year was way bigger than Evo Las Vegas. So I would say I think it depends on what game you're most interested in, right? Because I think Evo Vegas still had a higher turnout for Tekken, but but
totally.
But yeah, I mean, I think even for me, from my perspective, just from the outside looking in, I kind of feel like it's sort of shifting towards Japan. Also, like that one feels more almost exciting, more premier to be at than the Vegas one, right? And I think another thing that you just to kind of tag onto your list of things, Gigs. Not that I'm trying to get too political here, but I think there's just a general consensus around that a lot of people don't want to travel to the U.S. right now either.
Oh yes, totally. Yeah,
right?
I completely forgot about that point. That is very true.
So there's just like there's more incentive to go elsewhere. Like I know I was talking to my wife about, if we were to go to Evo again, which one would we go to? And she's like, oh, definitely Japan. Like if you have a chance to go to an Evo and have that kind of novel experience, going to Japan, experience the culture there, blah, blah, blah. Like that is way more worth a single Evo visit than going to Vegas now, especially because it's not even cheap to go to Vegas anymore.
No, it's not, unfortunately. Yeah.
I was going to say, I feel like it'd be cheaper to go to Japan for a week than it would be to go to Vegas for a weekend.
Honestly, I think Drew's right. I think it is. Depending on when you buy tickets, like a direct flight to Tokyo from where we are is not that bad, honest to God. So
I think I saw somewhere that like Vegas has kind of shifted, because remember before it was like super, super cheap. You go to Vegas for like a weekend for like,
it was like 100 something.
Yeah. And I think I read somewhere that the Vegas tourism, whatever, is kind of catering towards the people with more money now. So like they're not decreasing the prices to increase tourism. They're kind of focusing on the people that have money that are coming to Vegas specifically to spend money. So you're seeing less of those really, really crazy like weekend deals, go to Vegas for $79 kind of things. And it's just like really expensive to go now, whether you had planned to spend a ton of money there or not. It's just expensive to visit and go and stay there before you even do anything when you're there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's tough though, because Vegas is like, for us at least, it's the like geographically the most accessible one.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, but and you're right, it's the OG.
Yeah, it's the OG, but I think you're totally right. It's like, for us in North America, just like even the novelty of going to Japan is such a huge deal to us. Whereas I'm sure in Japan, they maybe feel the same way about coming out to North America, right?
Yeah.
Because they live in Japan. They're like, this is whatever to us. They want some poutine and Shake Shack and, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be like a little culture shock to them though, because of the price of the yen and everything versus what the price of the US dollar is. Mm-hmm. Because like even for us, if we went to the US this year, we're at like a 1.45 multiplier for our money. So
it's rough right now.
Yeah, everything we would have bought at Evo would have been 1.4 times more than what we see.
Yeah.
Versus if we go to Japan, we're actually like 80 cents to their dollar. So everything's like 20% cheaper, plus it's US rates too. So it's interesting,
Gosh, you remember last year, even when we went, and then we got lunch from the food court there, and it was just like a regular food court lunch, and it was like 50 USD.
Yeah, that's a Vegas thing too. I know that their food in general is just like, it's a higher price point, especially near or on the strip, compared to just like anywhere else in Nevada or just the States. So you're paying like an extra 25% on top of that, and it's just
my slice of pizza was like $37.
Yeah. I think we got like two chicken strips and fries, basket of fries for like $22
US. Yeah. So then multiply that with Canadian, and you're like 877.
No drink. Yeah, I had to take out a loan to get a sandwich. It was insane.
Water fountain. Man, water fountains are for emergencies, not for lunch. Come on.
Yeah, they shouldn't be survival drinks, right?
It's whack.
Yeah. So, okay, let's shift gears a little bit here. But before we dive into the specific Evo announcements, there is one that I want to touch base on, even though it's not specifically tied to Evo. It's from the Summer Games Fest. We kind of briefly touched on this, I think, a few episodes ago. But we had the reveal for the new characters for Street Fighter 6 in the upcoming season, and since then, we've also had gameplay release for Yasmin, which is the first DLC character in Season 4. Before we even get into Yasmin, Lex, how is the Street Fighter 6 progress going on your side in your road to master for Tifa?
I had a week off. Work was a little busy, and then Star Fox came out, so obviously...
wait.
That's not something I can drop.
I haven't seen a completed photo yet. I'm surprised you haven't beaten it yet. I thought you would have beaten it literally on release.
Yeah,
I'm trying to do the golds of everything, and that's what I believe beating Star Fox.
You're 100%ing it,
and I'm doing because for the new Star Fox you can try the world again if you fail, versus in the N64 if you fail you go back to the beginning, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I'm playing it
quality
as if
of life.
You fail,
man.
You go back to the beginning.
Oh, that's how you are playing it currently?
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're an Aquas...
self-imposed OG experience.
Yeah, exactly.
That is crazy.
This is listeners. This is how you get gold across the whole... This is how you get Star Fox embedded in your brain, the way that Lex is playing it, the OG way.
Yeah, repetition. That's the key.
You said you got gold on the first Corneria stage just from muscle memory, right?
Yeah, pure muscle memory. I remembered the enemy pattern of everything. I remembered the dialogue of the characters. Oh, so good.
That's insane.
Who are you guys? We're Star Fox.
So it plays pretty tight to the original, the 64.
Oh, it's fantastic. If you guys are looking for something to pick up and play, a little bit of a cheaper price point for something new, I highly recommend it. No, I highly recommend you rent it. If you can rent it. Like, libraries have Nintendo Switch 2 games. I would rent it for about 9 months.
You are crazy. Okay, sorry, as an aside, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I don't actually know if this is true or not, but apparently Netflix is making like a retail store, like a rental store, like a physical rental
like a
store.
Blockbuster?
Yeah. There's one downtown. Apparently, like, there's somewhere downtown in like the Beltline, there's a
Like right now, there's one.
Yeah, like literally now. If you check out our city's subreddit, that somebody posted a picture of, I can't remember where exactly it is. It's like 10th and something. But yeah, there's a building that has the Netflix logo on it. And then I was reading through the comments, and apparently that's like something that they're experimenting with is bringing physical back. I don't understand.
Very quickly.
They have a bunch of like DVD boxes, and you go to the checkout, and then when you rent it, you open it, and it just says subscribe to Netflix. And use a QR code to the site.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You open it, and it's just like a piece of paper with a QR code.
I can see that happening. Yeah. Like, we joke, but I feel like you guys should try it and see what the experience is, and then you're going to laugh because what we're joking about is true.
What I would accept, though, we've joked about kind of that part of it being like you're just getting a QR code. If there was a way where I didn't have to have a Netflix subscription and I'm still just getting a box and there's a QR code inside, but it just takes me to a streaming link for that movie alone, I think that would be pretty sick. Because then you're just essentially renting a movie, but it's like streaming, right? But, you don't have to worry about... I think this mostly applies for... I don't know who I'm joking. I have subscriptions for everything, even though I don't watch most of the things. But for people who aren't like that, more conscious about properly managing their subscriptions, I think that would be a really good option for them to just QR code rent one movie, right?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna just throw some shade at Netflix real quick here. Sponsor us, Netflix.
That's what you said after you said I'm gonna throw some shade at them.
The Netflix UX, like the homepage experience, whatever you want to call it, is awful and
terrible.
And the fact that they're so popular that everyone else felt the need to copy that UX style drives me up the wall. I hate trying to browse anything on the Netflix apps or website. It's all hot garbage. just gotta say that real quick. Sponsor us. Thank you.
It's hot garbage. ... Sponsor us.
Well, they're not sponsoring us yet, so that's why I'm allowed to say that.
Oh, okay. So when we get to the podcast episode where we start and Gigs is like, yo, Netflix is sick, y'all. Y'all got to subscribe.
Have you checked out their UX, their user interface? It's intuitive. It's wholesome. It recommends the most appropriate viewing. I hate it.
There you go. Okay, so we'll keep an eye out for when that shift changes, and then you'll know the XXXP Arcade has hit it big with a Netflix sponsorship.
Yes, let's go.
All right, so Gigs, I'm assuming you've seen the Yasmin gameplay for Street Fighter 6? Yasmin.
How would we say this properly? Uy, Yasmin.
Is ate Yasmin?
Yasmin. Oh, ate.
Right? Our first full Filipino, not even kind of like, I think her background, her lore says she's Filipino. She's like blatantly Filipino. She's brandishing the Filipino colors, the Filipino sun on her costume. All of her moves are Tagalog words and stuff. So she's like legit our first Filipino character in Street Fighter 6. What did you think about the gameplay, Gigs?
Honestly, I'm really excited to play her. I'm down. I'm fully down. She's kind of got she's kind of got a toolkit that I like in general. She's very like Cammy like, which is forward moving specials. She has a DP, and she's very flashy. So it's like that kind of like gets like my character check boxes ticked off.
Okay.
Plus she's Filipino. It's awesome. I'm super excited to play her.
They gave her like all of the tools. You know how like some of the recent DLCs you're kind of, we're looking to see how much of a kit did this character get and how does it relate, but like you said with Yasmin, she has all of those things. They gave her a drive rush cancelable low forward. Her just raw drive rush is like so fast. So she's
going to be belligerent.
everything. I'm so excited to play her. Lex, have you seen the gameplay?
I have. To me, she reminds me of like a Filipino Ibuki.
Yes, actually, totally. She's even got the boomerang thing. With her,
not the kunai, the shuriken.
Yeah.
In SF5,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, Lex. Is she gives me very Ibuki vibes, which is weird because I really didn't like playing Ibuki in SF5, but I think the mechanics of SF6 and just the whole her character design and stuff, she looks super sick.
Yeah.
Really Ibuki was one of my favorites in 5.
So
that was very cool to see as like a kind of like a mirror Ibuki. That was very cool. I didn't expect that. I thought she would play like a Ryu or Ken based on her kind of like character design.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, like before the trailer started, so this is like I'm talking about maybe a half a second, 2 seconds max. When we first saw her fighting stance, I thought she was going to play like a Makoto because she's got
that would have been sick.
Yeah, she's got kind of like a similar fighting stance, but then as soon as she started getting into the stuff, I was like, whoa, this is not a Makoto character.
Yeah, Filipinos are not like slow walking. It kind of makes sense if she's this hyperactive little gremlin.
What a broad statement. Filipinos are not slow walking.
Wow.
A weird stereotype that you've implemented in the arcade here.
I guess I mean more like, that like slow, like Makoto's very, what do you call it? Reserved?
Yeah, it's got Filipinos a very Japanese style of fighting.
Exactly.
Very karate.
Yes, exactly. Very quiet and like that kind of reserved and mindful. And then and I can't think of any Filipinos I know that are like that. None of us are. You go to a Filipino like potluck. No, nobody's reserved. We're a rowdy bunch, right?
That's fair. Yeah, that's pretty accurate, actually. Okay, that's fair. Lex, so you've been toying around with like Luke and who else before Tifa? You said Luke.
It's just been Luke, Chun-Li, and Cammy that I've been playing with.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. If I go to Ryu, I'm gonna mess up everything I know because I'm still trying to learn the modern.
Yeah.
So if I go to a character I truly know, it's gonna screw with my mind.
It's gonna make it wonky. So do you think that you're gonna pick up Yasmin when she comes out?
Yes. Yeah. She just looks very fun to play. Like something that's way more closer to one of the characters that I would like to play versus what's currently out right now.
So that's August 3rd, I think, is when Yasmin comes out. So that's little over a month away, which is really, really exciting. So looking forward to that. Last thoughts on Yasmin Street Fighter 6 before I move on to our kind of Evo topics here.
I just like the Filipino representation that's recently been happening. It's been very quiet for Filipino representation for a good while now, but now we have like Yasmin in like a core game, and then there's like a DreamWorks movie, so there's a bunch of like really cool stuff that's coming out for Filipino heritage and stuff, which is very cool.
Yeah,
it's interesting, eh? It's like there's a huge influx of Filipino like representation in media in general right now. There's even like a bunch of shows that have a bunch of like big Filipino influence. Anything like medical field related is just nurses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Watching The Pit and having the nurses in the pit talking Tagalog in front of everyone and stuff is great.
It's so funny.
Yeah. Side note: I finished season 1 and 2 after that was one of your recommendations, Drew. I finished it in like a weekend, which was aggressive, and that's a heavy show to binge.
Did you like it though?
I did. Yeah, that's why I finished everything in a weekend.
Yes. We'll have to chat separately about The Pit sometime because that's heavy. Like heavy is a good way of saying that. Heavy, but like really keeps you engaged the whole season, right?
Yeah, the Drew recommends are staying strong still, so you're safe for now.
Good. So, quick side recommend: if you haven't seen Send Help on Disney Plus, you should watch that one next, Lex.
Oh, I'm saving that one. Yeah, I'm saving that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like I said, Yasmin, Street Fighter 6. There actually wasn't any Evo announcements specifically at Evo weekend, which I think makes a lot of sense. I think there's a lot of thoughts about why that isn't really the place to make these big announcements. The quick version of that is just because if you're at Evo and you're watching Evo, you're not someone who's like, who you need to be sold on to buy a game. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you're like there. So you're like, yeah, I already have Street Fighter. I've competed in SF6. Like, I have all of these fighting games, blah, blah, blah. That's why the kind of general consensus was Summer Games Fest makes more sense for those big announcements because you release that to kind of a more generalized audience. And then they'll say, oh, what? Tifa's in Street Fighter 6? That's crazy. I'm going to buy that game. And then you get an influx of new people coming in versus you release that at Evo. Yeah, it's going to be hype, but you're not really.
That's exactly what happened to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally, demographic.
Because you didn't watch
hit.
Evo. Yeah, you didn't watch
correct,
Evo, right?
Yeah.
Like, so if they had released it at Evo, you wouldn't have even known. Versus Summer
Games
Fest. Right?
I was actually confused because they were announcing all of these new characters for fighting games. I'm like, what's happening this weekend? And then it's like, oh, Evo 2026. I'm like, what? I'm so confused.
Yeah. Well, I think it was very jarring because of the time change for us. The 2 month difference is like, it doesn't feel like it's even been a year since we were there, right?
Exactly.
And it hasn't. It's only been 10 months.
So let's talk about the next. So like I said, Yasmin, August 3rd is when that one comes out. The next biggest exciting one for me is Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls comes out on August 6th with an open beta happening July 24th to the 26th. So at the end of July, we're going to get to try it out. There was a few character announcements for Marvel Tokon. Gigs, do you know those ones?
Yeah, it was like the last, they were calling them teams, right?
The last team, Ghost Rider's team.
Yeah, Ghost Rider's team. Was it? Outworlder,
Outriders?
Samurai Outriders.
That's what it was.
Yeah, that's one.
Such a weird name. Yeah, so that one's what? Is Blade, Loki, Ghost Rider, and the last one's escaping me.
Deadpool.
Yes, that's right. It's all the references. That's right.
That was. I feel like that was pretty hype. I've just heard a lot of buzz around Blade being like a very highly demanded character in this Marvel Tokon game. I don't remember Blade being such like a sought after, fighting game character, but I guess that was like the really, really huge deal for this, for this group. What do you guys think? Blade, Loki, Deadpool. How do you feel about that last character release announcement?
I only liked one of the four. I like Loki. I don't really care for Blade, Deadpool, or Ghost Rider, personally.
Okay.
Yeah. I found it because I'm basing it off the series or movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going with personal attachment.
Yeah. Deadpool's just a little too much for me, I think. Okay. I've seen enough.
I do feel like Deadpool is a lot too, but it's also not. I think the roster picks were not surprising at all. Mm-hmm. Like Loki makes a lot of sense because he's like one of the most popular MCU characters. Mm-hmm. Like Tom Hiddleston had his own spin-off, right? It's crazy. That's how popular Loki got.
Yeah.
Deadpool makes sense because he's been in it before. Well, I shouldn't say in it, but he's been in MBC3 already. So he already has a move set. And again, Deadpool's also one of the most popular MCU characters.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider makes... Yeah. Well, like the movies are huge.
Yeah, exactly.
That trilogy.
Really easy to convince people or like to have people hyped to buy the game because you're like, oh, Deadpool's in this game, sick. Like I know him from the movie, so you're getting a new fighting game fans out of just having him in the roster.
Mm-hmm. And he's kind of no stranger to. I keep making Tokon Marvel 4 in my head because it kind of is in a way. But like he's been in Marvel 3 already. Yeah. And same with Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider was in Marvel 3 and in Infinite. Mm-hmm. So he's already has his place in the tag Marvel games. So he also kind of makes sense. Blade was interesting. And it's kind of like what you were saying. I didn't know Blade was that popular. I knew he was popular because of the hype around that one proposed Blade movie that I'm not sure what the status of is. But
wrapped, I think, now.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think so.
Because Marcello, I can't remember his name. The actor who plays Blade.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah,
me neither.
He was like my favorite character in that one season of Luke Cage.
Yep.
Like, I think him as an actor was like phenomenal. So I was excited to see him in just like a superhero movie.
He would have been a perfect Blade.
I know. Mm-hmm. That's really sad to hear that it's scrapped, actually.
I might be wrong on that, actually. So I know the Blade video game was also scrapped because I think the development studio got fired, bankrupted. I don't know, but
sad.
So if you're listening, don't quote me on that. I thought the Blade movie was either on hiatus or scrapped, but there's no forward movement progress on it in either way, so we don't have like a release date time, anything like that. But that's
I thought it was scrapped,
fully
because
scrapped.
Yeah, when they kind of like teased it, that was during the Eternals, right? And how old is that movie now?
I don't know.
It's an older movie for sure. And then in the Wolverine Deadpool movie, like Blade even made the joke that there's only ever going to be one Blade.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I feel like it would be scrapped at that point.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know he was that popular though. Maybe it's because I don't know, he's a black samurai vampire. When you just say it that way, it's cool, isn't it?
I think he's very well suited to be in a fighting game. Like you said, his kind of archetype, his character, it sounds like he would be a good fit for that kind of thing. Yeah.
I wonder if he'll actually they did show a little bit, but like Nagaro, I can't say his name either. In Guilty Gear Strive, Nagororuki, Nagororuki. He's also a black samurai vampire, so it's like, so it's kind of, and he's one of the most popular Strive characters.
Okay.
So it's like, you kind of got that. You just like, it's also made by Arxis, and they're like, oh man, Blade's like the perfect fit, so let's put him in there. That's kind of how I felt about it. But I thought it was like a really good last team. I'm a little sad that there's not more characters, to be honest. It's only it's 20 characters, right? I think it's 5 teams of 4.
Yeah.
There's definitely gonna be DLC. Like,
definitely.
Down.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know, for a tag game that feels very light.
Okay.
But I could be wrong based on how it plays and stuff. But if you think about just like Marvel 2, Marvel 3, even Infinite's kind of a lame duck. But like the roster sizes in those games felt way bigger than that.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's just like, it's weird to kind of go, but they had Capcom characters, I guess. But,
that's true. Yeah. You get another property in there. I'm really interested to hear how you guys, like what your take is, because I know you guys didn't get a chance to play it last year at Evo. Because I know you sort of referenced a little bit, gigs of it being like Marvel 4, but I think a lot of people, myself included, I don't think it plays anything like the MVC games at all. It feels very different in a good way, because the MVC games are fun. Don't get me wrong, but they're just chaotic. Like I can't play MVC 2 like properly because there's just too much going on. Do you know what I mean? There's just like
definitely
stuff flying around. There's laser beams. There's like 30 people on the screen at a time, and there's like so much happening in like MVC 2. Similar kind of for MVC 3, like at the later, like Ultimate MVC 3, like when you watch the like the competitive versions of those games with like the Infinites and Dante and stuff, it's like, oh god, I can't follow what's going on. But Marvel Togon feels way better. Like it feels more, I want to say more brain manageable. And so I'm really excited to get your guys' take. I'm assuming you're both gonna get onto the open beta on the last week of July.
Maybe. I was planning to play it fresh, to be honest. I'm not sure. To be honest, I don't know how much time I'm going to be having in the near future for reasons.
That's fair.
So both Tokon, the new Virtual Fighter, all that stuff, anything new, I'm going to start leaning into. I'm just going to try them all fresh.
Okay.
On release. Yeah, because I don't think I'm going to be. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be playing competitively much anymore. So we'll kind of see, and I'll just kind of enjoy these a little bit more on my own time and not grind. So We'll see. Plus, the other thing too with Tokon is I know that from its inception till now, there have actually been a lot of systematic changes that ArcSys made because of feedback. And so I don't want to get into any muscle memory that's going to kind of blow me up on release, if that makes any sense.
Do you think, though, that there's going to be that amount of changes that could like ruin your muscle memory within a week? Because we're talking about like August 6th to July 25th. We're talking about like a week difference.
That's true. But I'm also old now, man. It takes me a long time to adjust. Like,
I relate to that. Yeah.
There was actually quite a bit of change between like Street Fighter 6 open betas and then Street Fighter 6 release. Like the fact that like Kimberly had a invincible DP before, like her Tatsumaki didn't, like that kind of stuff changed. Yeah. There's lots of little things that they actually changed, and then it kind of messed me up a bit.
Do you remember, Gigs, when Street Fighter 6 first came out, and also in the beta, where you couldn't drive rush off of the parry button? You had to double tap forward to drive rush.
Yeah, exactly. Like that whole thing. Like,
it made it so impossible to do drive rush combos.
It was like that muscle memory. Like I remember labbing normal combos using forward to drive rush, and like I'm still used to that to this day, and I don't like it. I try to use the mediums, but like sometimes it just comes out because of that initial batch of labbing way back.
In your DNA now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I'm gonna play it fresh, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Plus, then that way I can grow with the player base.
Yeah,
and I can body all the noobs on my way up. So.
Okay, I like that. Lex, how about you? Are you gonna get in the open beta?
I was gonna ask, what consoles or systems is it coming out on?
Just PS5 and PC. It's a PlayStation exclusive game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I won't play online though because I haven't had PS Plus for over a year now.
Minute?
Probably like a year and a half. But if PlayStation were to sponsor us,
PlayStation.
Yeah, exactly. I will talk it up as crazy as I can.
Okay. So do you think, Lex, with your path to master, with Tifa coming out, like, do you have enough mental stack to learn another fighting game?
I feel like I'm getting a lot more ADD in fighting games because Gigs just recommended a game yesterday that I bought immediately.
Oh, did you? Oh, no.
Did you buy it?
Under Night, yeah, I bought that one.
It's only on sale for like a couple more days. That's why I had to.
So I ended up buying it, and I played a little bit of it, and I can pick up the combo system so much faster in these ArcSys games than I can in Street Fighter. Because I did the training for like 5 different characters last night, and I was able to do majority of them on second try.
Because you're used to
Street Fighter, it takes me like 45 tries to get beginner number 3 completed.
It's because I know you really like anime fighting games, and they all follow a Gatling system, which is kind of what Under Night does. So it's much more intuitive to you, which makes sense. Honestly, it's intuitive, I think, for most people. In general, I would say Street Fighter's combo system is the least intuitive of all fighting games. In my opinion.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I would totally agree with that. Yeah. It's like an OG mechanic.
Exactly. It's one that demands your extracurricular study, whereas like all the other ones make sense if you're a gamer. Street Fighters only make sense if you're either old or you like study the game. It's really bad in my opinion, but I love Street Fighter to death, so it's hard for me to.
That's exactly what you're saying, though, Gigs, is why it's hard when you have like a group of friends and they don't play Street Fighter. Like, you can't just pop in Street Fighter and play with someone who doesn't play Street Fighter, because like us as people who do, or you and I as people who do, like you're immediately going to smash anyone who has no familiarity with that series.
Yep.
Versus you can have 2 people jump on an ArcSys game like Dragon Ball FighterZ, right? Like 2 people can jump on there and have a great time, and neither of them knowing how to play either ArcSys games or Dragon Ball games or fighting games in general, because the mechanics are intuitive, like you're saying. It's easy to pick up and play. You don't have to like learn frame data and all of this stuff to get into it, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So I wonder, Lex, because maybe you're gonna get Tokon, and maybe you're gonna be like, man, this is the game that I'm like gonna really get into, because
right, yeah,
it kind of matches all of the check boxes of things that you would typically like in a fighting game, I would assume, right?
Yeah, like fighting game fans are eating so well, because all of these great games are coming out. All of them are fun to play. Like everything's getting an update. DOA 6 last round just came out last week too. Was it last week?
Oh,
yeah, week and a half ago.
Okay,
that's right.
Yeah, there's so much stuff, and then you mentioned Central Fiction literally last night. I'm like, I'm going to download it just for fun. And then I played my character, and I remember all of her movesets, all of my combos. I'm like, this is so weird that I remember all of this, but if I go play Ryu in Street Fighter 6, I'm like, I can't do any combos with them, for example, just because it changed drastically from 5 to 6 versus Blaz has stayed consistent, and then I picked up Under Night, and it was very consistent with like how I played Blaz. I'm like, this is interesting.
Exactly.
How a lot of them play the same. So I feel like, Marvel Token might be a really fun one for me. So TBD.
But it doesn't have Tifa. That's the...
Tifa.
No, it doesn't, unfortunately. Yeah.
Tifa will be this generation's version of Terry. She's just going to be in every fighting game, no matter what the property is.
What if there was
amazing?
What if there was a Final Fantasy guest team of 4 characters in Tokon, and Tifa was one of them?
Pause. We might have to.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Let's just take a quick 5 minutes and let's let this roll for a hot second here. I'm going to give it to Lex real quick first here. So Lex, Marvel Tokon, Arxis, that kind of structure. We know that they release them in teams. If they were to release a Fighting Fantasy team, roster of 4 as a DLC, who would your 4 characters from the Final Fantasy series be?
Holy smokes, that is a loaded question.
Tifa, alternate costume. Tifa, Advent Children.
Exactly. Teenager
Tifa. It's the Tifa.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yes.
That'd be so good. If I were to choose a team of 4, it would be Tifa, Sabin. So Tifa from FF7, Sabin from FF6, Vivi from FF9.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna go with Garnet from FF9 as well.
Ooh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect that. I respect that a lot.
Yeah, because so my thought process is, and you guys are gonna get into my head of Lex again here.
Yeah.
Tifa and Sabin are monks, so I have like the DPS or the speed or the power to kind of match that. Vivi would be a zoner with his magic, and then Garnet would also be a zoner, but also has a way of like healing or buffing or something or other like that.
Like the support character.
Yeah, support. Yeah.
Interesting.
I like that.
Interesting. I think it is very like it's very interesting to see how your mind thinks about how you want to structure this for a fighting game, because it makes sense if you're structuring this for like an MMO too, like the way that you've sort of like your team
totally, yeah.
For Final Fantasy 14 also, right? Okay, Gigs, what would your Final Fantasy roster of 4 be in Tokon?
Okay, I would have to agree with Lex that I think Tifa and Sabin are a must. Like they're the most iconic monk characters in the Final Fantasies, I think. Okay. Like Sabin has Aura Blast, which is basically a fireball. It's just a Hadouken, right? And he's got like a bunch of different, honestly, he's got fighting game inputs in Final Fantasy VI. Yeah. That's one thing that, just as an aside, I know people like to complain about motion inputs in fighting games, but it's like, how did you guys play Final Fantasy VI? Like does anybody remember Sabin's moves? Like Bum Rush is it's like a 360. It's an SPD motion.
Yeah.
So I wasn't allowed to play FF6 at the time because certain family members hogged it.
Womp,
so
womp.
I was a watcher when I was a child. Do you remember that, Gigs? Do you remember how I was a watcher? Anyway, sorry.
Whoa. I was a watcher too. I'll have you know.
No, man. It wasn't me either, because Gigs took over the rest of my game state.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. I was given the second player controller because Drew wasn't around. So I only got to finish the last half of the game as the second. I was only allowed to play Mog. I will have you know that.
You know what? It sounds like we all got screwed in the Final Fantasy VI experience.
We did. Until I got it for my birthday. Like, my dad bought me a used copy from Aurora when I was like...
Sponsor us, Aurora.
Sponsor us. When I was like 12. Like, I had never played that game by myself. So, anyways...
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, so I think Tifa 7 makes the most sense. Mm-hmm. I'm a little waffly about the others. I kind of like how Lex was thinking about it, but I was actually thinking maybe Snow from Final Fantasy 13 because he's kind of a monk and he fights with his fists in 13 and he's kind of a cool character. Mm-hmm. Plus he has, I think Shiva is his like Esper summon, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And so he's kind of got like a little bit of ice, powers to go along with it, which is kind of cool. Mm-hmm. And then I would say my last pick. Ooh, see, this is tough. I like Lex's idea of like a mage character, but I kind of totally. But I kind of want to bring it back to like another OG Final Fantasy. I feel like maybe someone from 10 or someone from 4 might be good because those were big games. So I'm gonna go with Rydia from 4. She's the summoner girl. Yeah.
Wow.
I think it'd be cool to have like a summon sort of aspect. Espers, whatever.
That's why I have Garnet as mine.
Yeah.
She can summon
that's
Alexander.
right. She's a summoner. Yeah. Totally. That'd be cool to have like the supers be Alexander or like Ifrit or something like. Mm-hmm. Come in. That would be pretty sick.
Interesting. Okay. If you're listening, Marvel Tokon developers, you have some really good ideas in here. Sponsor us first, but then take some of these ideas from the arcade, implement
Drew,
them.
I'm genuinely curious, as a non-major FF player, what would your team of 4 be?
Yes.
I'm so excited. It's going to be the Avatar from Avatar. Okay.
The challenge here is I need to think of 4 Final Fantasy characters.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's why I'm excited. Yeah. I need to hear what you think are Final Fantasy characters now.
Okay. Tifa. Do I get the throwaways like Tifa and Cloud?
Yeah.
You can
do whoever you want. Are those the only 2 characters that you did the rest of what Lex and I say? Were you in the dark about those ones?
If this was a video podcast, you would see me just smiling and nodding. Honestly, you could have been like, I think Franklin from Final Fantasy 9.
Like Franklin Turtle?
That's right.
Yeah. Lex. Arthur from Final Fantasy 2. Barney from I don't know. Like you could have said anything and I've been like, yeah, okay. I mean, I'm just going with the flow here. Okay, so like I know this. I'm more familiar with the Final Fantasy VII characters, so I know that there's like Tifa, Cloud, Barrett. There's the Red Lion. There's the guy.
The Red Lion.
Those are literally the first characters you meet in the first 40 minutes of the game. Before you hit the save file.
Okay.
So the time you played for resets.
Yep. And then from Final Fantasy VI, I'm not as familiar with those characters because when I played it, this was before you took over gigs, and probably you remember from the save state, the cousin that I was playing with had changed all of the names of the characters.
Yep. I was gonna say, I wonder if you remembered any of them. I only remember one of them.
So I remember Mog was Pooh.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, Pooh. Okay.
Yeah. What's the other one that you remember?
Bachnod.
Yeah, that was Sabin.
I don't know who Bachnod was.
Sabin,
I remember the name.
They named him as Sabin.
Oh my god.
Bachnod. Yes, that's right. That's right. So then, I don't remember any of the other. Like, I don't remember the characters' names. But now that I think about it, I can't remember what they were renamed as either. There was a guy with a chainsaw, I remember, as one of his things. There was a ninja in there in the mix.
That was Edgar and Shadow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There was the main chick with the green hair.
Tara.
Yeah.
Tara. Yeah, but like I don't think I've played enough to like have an opinion of how any of them would translate into a fighting game style other than like we mentioned this in one of the previous episodes. I don't even know Tifa enough to know how she like I'm excited to see how she translates into Street Fighter. I've been trying to will myself to play the Final Fantasy VII. Is
like
it
the
remake? Is the first one?
Yeah.
That's the first
Remake
of the
is the first
trilogy.
one, yeah.
So I've been trying to will myself to play this so that I can play a little bit of Tifa because my understanding is that she's in that game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Because right now I have got Cloud and... Well, no, you get Barrett in like the first little bit. But right now...
Yeah. I like your current team of Cloud, Tifa, Barrett, and the Red Lion.
That's it. That's all it is.
It's not even a lion.
Yeah.
Is it not?
No, it's a dog.
That's a dog. He's like a some sort of hyena kind of thing.
Yeah, I always just associate that line with Jeremy Irons' Scar. Like that's who I thought that was. But
okay.
I only played it for like 20 minutes before my save state was gone, so my memory of that is very short and fleeting. Yeah, so I mean, my Final Fantasy picks, I think, will be, if they were to implement my team, it would be for people who have zero experience with the series, that they're trying to be like, hey, you know Final Fantasy stuff, right? You know that's a thing. Here's characters from that. And people be like, oh, I know Cloud from Smash Bros. That's my team. Okay. I think your guys are going to be like people who are like Final Fantasy fans. They're going to be like, oh, sick. We have Bachnod from Final Fantasy VI.
Bachnod. Oh, the names are so funny. I wish I remembered more than Bachnod, but he was my favorite.
Yeah, I'll have to see if I can track back to remember what some of those other, because there's a few characters in there, but I digress. Let's we're coming up on time here, so let's touch base on a couple other quick ones from Evo weekend here. You kind of briefly mentioned this, Lex. BlazBlue Central Fiction. There was a this one kind of came way out of left field for me.
Right?
Yeah.
There was a new character release from a game from 2015 that was released, and they had a character release from Evo. Do you know who the character is, Lex?
Trinity Glassville.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess that's how they pronounce the last name. So
yeah, no idea.
Right.
Yeah. Do you know who that is?
No idea. I don't even think I remember her in the story mode. If she would probably be part of Carl's story, is my guess, but
I think she is part of the story. I don't know how much they get into it, but Lex, do you remember Platinum the Trinity, that character?
Yeah.
I think she's like a different timeline version of her or something like that. That's my understanding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is that like I mean, maybe Lex, you have a better idea because like we were saying, you're kind of more into the anime games. Well, you are too, Gigs, so maybe I shouldn't distinguish, but as people who played BlazBlue and are into anime games, is this like a pretty big deal that they have a new character release? Or, well, actually, let me take two different perspectives. Is Trinity a big deal for either of you? Or is it just like, okay, cool, that's someone that's there?
It was someone that was there for me. Because, like, even in the announcement, they had this, like, crazy trailer, which was very cool, but they didn't even show any gameplay of who this was. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know. If you play, like, another Carl, I'm not going to be interested.
I don't think this is another doll character.
Yeah,
like three already.
Zerglings over here. God damn.
That's impossible.
Okay, so the character itself was not a huge deal, but how did you feel about the release of a new character 11 years after a game is released that I would say is not really a supported game at this point, but new character release? How did you guys feel about that?
Weird. Like, like the last DLC character for that game was like 5 years ago, something like that.
Was it 5 years? That's pretty recent.
That's the thing is Jubei came out like 5 years after the last DLC character. So it's like,
okay.
It's like, what? Like, the game was quote unquote dead. or I shouldn't say dead, but like finished. And then a number of years later, they released Jubei, and everyone was like, "What the hell?" And now they did it again, another like 5 years later. You're just like, well, we're just keeping this on life support, I guess. I think that part's cool. I've actually always had an opinion about like old games, and I know people like to move on from old games, but some of them have really amazing assets that I'd love to see reused in some way or just revived. And this is kind of a good way to do it, is because I would love for ArcSys to remake 3Dify, whatever you want to call it, Guilty Gearify the BlazBlue series. But at least they're keeping it alive by releasing new characters.
Honestly, to your point, it's like a dead game, but there was a character release, and I bought it. I bought Central Fiction on the Switch just because I was like, oh yeah, BlazBlue's a thing.
Nice,
so let's pick it up again and let's maybe play it again. So I mean, it was enough to get at least another sale of the game from me. So I'm assuming there's a few other folks that are like, oh yeah, I remember this game. I should pick it up while it's like on the top of my mind, right?
Yeah, I thought it was very refreshing that they announced it, because they easily could have done a cash grab of like, here's BlazBlue Central Fiction PS5 Ultimate Edition.
Yeah,
with all characters and the new character. But instead they're like, here's one character extra.
Yeah. You mean like what Tecmo, is it Tecmo that did with DOA?
Yeah, like the last round.
Round is apparently exactly the same as DOA 6. Like there's nothing different about it, and they just re-released it for full price, and you can't transfer your previous DLC, which I hear is...
You can. You can transfer.
Oh, you can? Okay.
You can, okay.
Yeah. You can transfer all the DLC and all the costumes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is just like, just for context again, if you've never played the BlazBlue series, as our listeners, to put this into perspective, this is from 2015 was when that game was released. So that's the equivalent of if they were to release a brand new DLC character for Mortal Kombat X today. So Mortal Kombat X came out in 2015. There's been Mortal Kombat 11 came out. Mortal Kombat 1 came out. There's like other games that have been released with full DLCs. And then if they were just like, yeah, here's a brand new character for MKX 11 years ago. It's just like, it's wild to go back that far for a game that hasn't been really supported for such a long time. And release a new character. So, I mean, like you were saying, Gigs, though, between Jubei and the previous one having 5 years apart, it's kind of cool that you can't really discount that maybe in 2030 we get another Central Fiction DLC character, right?
Yeah. I mean, I maybe they're kind of doing the philosophy of what I hear Street Fighter 6 is doing. They're just trying to extend the lifespan of the game by a lot. Like they're trying to have the cycle time of Street Fighter 6 be like 10 years or something. Yeah. And maybe ArcSys was like, you know, BlazBlue is in a good place. We don't have to do anything too crazy. Let's just release a new character, do some balance updates. And, because the game is fun, right? The game has kind of everything you would want. Has great single player, has great characters and training mode and all the fun stuff. It's still a solid game to this day. There's no real reason to remake it unless you want like visual fidelity, but
yeah.
The game literally graduated grade school. Like if Central Fiction came out in kindergarten, when you hit grade 12, a new character was announced.
Well, I think BlazBlue in general is an adult at this point, right? Like I can't even remember when Calamity Trigger came out. I remember playing it at your place when we were teenagers.
Yeah, that's like 2008, I think.
Yeah.
I was still working fast food at that time.
Yeah.
That was my first exposure to an anime game, I think, and having you guys try to explain to me what the hell was happening on the screen was crazy. That was so overwhelming.
Honestly, Lex is the one that introduced me to anime games too. I had never played an anime fighter until
that was my first one too.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Calamity Trigger?
Yeah, my coworkers got me into it because I really like the artwork of the friend cover.
Oh, you mean Noel?
Yeah, Noel Vermillion. And then we started playing. I'm like, holy smokes, this game is pretty sweet. And then, that's where I grew from there.
And that's when I got into it. I remember we played on your upper TV because you had multiple TVs in your room. You played on your upper TV. and you showed me like Hakumen is the one that I thought was really cool, so I like picked him up. He was my main for a number of years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lex, it's your fault, man.
You're welcome. Payback for FF6.
We're gonna die. I was going to say, we're going to dive back into the anime world again with Tokon coming out, like I said, in just under a month here. A bunch of other releases in Evo weekend here. We won't dive into many more of those because, if you want to know about them, just Google it. There's a lot of cool things there. For now, let's pin it. Let's follow up once Tokon and Yasmin come out, and then we'll kind of get our experiences on those. But, if Tokon is really good, maybe we just need a full episode just to nerd out about kind of how Tokon plays in comparison to the other Arxis games, how it compares to the MVC games. Really, really excited for that one. So if you're listening and you're interested, July 24th to the 26th, again, open beta for PS5 and PC, which means you essentially get to try it for free. So instead of paying full price for it, give it a try. Test it out. I'm going to buy it regardless. I'm
going to pre-order. Property, so. Yeah, I'm going to pre-order a physical one. So I'm going to get it hopefully on day one. So
nice. Good. All right, folks, that's a wrap for us this week on the Triple XP Arcade. We always love hanging out with you in the party, so please leave a comment below and let us know what your most exciting or favorite announcement from this past Evo weekend was, if you watched it. If not, kind of just let us know what upcoming fighting game you're excited for in the next few months, weeks, etc., etc. Be sure to follow us on socials so you don't miss a drop with new episode releases every single Friday. Until then, game on, stay nerdy, and remember, you always level up faster at the Triple XP Arcade.